David, you're absolutely correct about some of the times there is a physical insult that will stimulate this. I can't tell you how many I've had who have been like people driving a lot, long trips, even getting a bad virus, a flu virus, a fall or some, and there's innumerable vasectomies that end up getting a referral. It's an upregulation of the neural nerves, the neurals going into the spinal cord and creating a reflex tension, hernia repairs. So there is really a pretty big segment of these that do have a physical causation. It's not always easy to figure it out. I mean, you and I both know some guys have gone off and had affairs and sexual escapades on a weekend, and they come back, they're guilty as hell, and they start getting pain. So we have to absolve them, and it's ironic that the federal government is throwing millions of dollars looking for some kind of a scientific explanation, and yet they wouldn't support anything. It took me 3 or 4 years to convince the National Institutes of Health that this was something worth looking at. And even when we showed it in a national study of physical therapy, which wasn't done according to our protocol, but at least had the PT part, right, they haven't put any money in to support an enlargement of that concept. And they're putting millions of dollars out for molecular stuff that is probably not going to produce anything of great value, in my opinion. Okay, well, I've said my political thing now.
While it has a variety of roads to it, certainly the physical insult road to it is there. And there are people who arrive at it that way, and there are people who arrive at it, I think probably more people arrive at it as the result of a lifetime of guarding and dreading, which causes the pelvic floor to tighten up, and then there is some kind of event that happens that triggers the symptoms, and there is this tension, anxiety, pain, protective guarding cycle that is set off, that is such a difficult cycle to intervene on, and that's what our whole protocol is about, is to intervene and break